Mike, check. Justin Hunt, it's all happening. Thank you to everybody rocking with the channel. Thank you to everybody subscribed through the channel who shared a video, shared a link. It's priceless. Big thank you to everyone who's donated. If you'd like to donate, hit the Cash App that's right up there, or you can hit the link in the description. Best way to support the channel. Also got Discord. I'll put the link in the description for the Discord for this video too. Big shout out to Lils. Big shout out to Javen for holding it down over there. 1 second applause. Big shout out to everybody that's in there talking all this cool rap stuff. You know, it's a really, really diverse community of people with diverse hip hop tastes. And that's generally where these conversations live, you know, more than anything else. You know, shout out to everybody who is loving all of the wide ranging awesomeness that is dropping in hip hop right now. 1 second applause to y'all. Now, on the channel, there has been more Drake videos recently because Drake has been dropping more legal documents.
Tomato.
And so we've been covering this case pretty closely the entire time. The entire time we've been covering this case closely because there's massive ramifications on freedom of speech, but also on hip hop as well. And if Drake gets his way, then, you know, we will definitely have an incredible precedent of rap lyrics being used in court, which is something we've been fighting against for a very long time. And we've seen more and more in recent years, particularly with all these RICO cases, where people are looking at rap lyrics and taking them literally. And so that's at stake here. Also, the battle, one of the core tenets of hip hop, the foundation of this culture, is under attack as well. And so, you know, we may be past the Rubicon when it comes to that one. We may be past the Rubicon. But what he is essentially doing is taking aim at hip hop because he's not getting his way. And so we've been covering this very closely on this channel. And there's been a number of videos over the past week. Maybe there's three or four videos, maybe the past 2 weeks, about these different documents that have been released. And one of the documents that was released was a list of all the document requests that UMG is asking, a list of all the document requests that Drake's team is asking UMG to share with them, right? And so this is where you saw a lot of the really crazy headlines. One of them, of course, is Drake's team is asking for all information UMG has regarding Dave Freed's relationship with Kendrick's kids.
Tomato.
They're asking for all the information around Story of Adidon by Pusha T. They're asking for Kendrick's contract and an unredacted version of Kendrick's contract. There was a ruling on that. I'll do a separate video on that one. So it's just really wide-ranging list of requests and some really tacky, really, really sad requests in there too. And in that same list, document request number 79, they're asking for all documents and communications relating to the person or persons using the X handle at ScrewFaceJohn and email ScrewFaceJohn@gmail. 1 second applause to ScrewFaceJohn. ScrewFaceJohn, friend to the channel, friend in real life. He's a good guy. You know, when the GNX tour came to LA, I met Screwface in person for the first time. And so we were walking from SoFi Stadium to where the Lyft and Ubers pick up. It had to be like a mile and a half. It was a trek for us to get there. And so we're walking and there's a trash can that fell on the ground. And all these people are just walking past it. And here goes Screwface John. Screwface stops, picks up the trash can, puts the trash back in the trash can and says, I hate when people do that. People need to take better care of the environment. And I was like, 1 second applause, Screwface John. Because he didn't have to do that. And I almost never see people do that. And it's one of those moments where you get a sense for, you know, who someone is when no one else is around, right? So shout out to Screwface John for that one. And so for him to be in these documents, right, Screwface was not happy. He was not happy by this at all. And so much so, he released a new song and video called Document 79, named after the document request number in which he's listed in UMG's filing, RFP filing. And he has a lot to get off his chest. So let's react to it. Screwface John, Document 79, Drake response. Waking up, it's about to be a great day. Ready for the day? Ready for the day? Who knows what might happen today? Might go get a raise at work today. Might end up in a Drake lawsuit.
Child is shunned from the village, you know that kid is gone. Come back to burn down the village just to feel its warmth, and that's what happened to this little nigga. I know this kid is torn, he wanna be a killer while singing his little Richard songs.
That shit's crazy right there. I love that. I really love that, how he opened that. He said, when a child is shunned from a village and that kid is gone, that child will come back and burn down the village just to feel its warmth. Now, I can't remember the exact where that saying comes from, but it's a really succinct way to describe what a whole lot of people feel that Drake is doing right now. That's what Drake is doing. Drake has been, I guess he probably feels shunned, probably more shunned than he actually was. But he had so many artists come at him. The Rap Avengers came at him. All of them talked about how, from their perspective, Drake's been doing them dirty. Everybody's been talking about that. His entire cultural cachet came into question in a major way. And whatever damage that the rap battle did on the cultural cachet front pales in comparison to this lawsuit right now. He really does look like the kid who's shunned from the village, so now he wants to burn the whole village down.
Tomato.
That's a great way to start this. Let's hear that again.
When a child is shunned from the village, you know that kid is gone. Come back to burn down the village just to feel its warmth, and that's what happened to this little nigga. I know this kid is torn, he wanna be a killer while singing his little Richard songs. They say gunna snitch, so why niggas suing for dissing, Lord? If this is sixes God, then I'm atheist, cause this bitch a fraud. Why when men diss you, you diss they women like shit is hard. They attack the kid, he attack they bitch like he getting off.
Yeah, that's hard too. I mean, talking again about another thing that bothers a lot of people that seems to consistently get Drake into trouble to the point where he's got to take outside measures to quell these rap battles, right? We saw this with Story of Adidon and Pusha T. Drake talks about Virginia in his rap, and right after that, Pusha T is like, okay, you're hiding a child. And that's when Drake reportedly, allegedly, used his resources and his relationships to stop the progress of Story of Adidon. That is what Screwface right here is talking about. We out here calling Gunna a snitch. Well, look what Drake is doing. Look at what Drake is doing. You know what I mean? Like, this is pretty succinct right now. It's scathing and succinct. 1 second applause.
Now you Maury Povich searching DNA. You kidding, dog?
That's it right there, too. That's the big one. Now he's Maury Povich searching DNA. Paternity requests in his legal filing. Now, we've covered this. You guys know how I feel about this. Can I see a legal argument? Sure. Is this something that I think they have thought all the way through with the broader ramifications of the type of artist Drake is and where his career might go in the future or how it might be impacted? I don't think so. Not to this degree. I mean, he brought family into the rap battle, and now he's bringing children into the lawsuit. Now, that's not a character tell.
Tomato.
Cause this bitch a fraud. Why when men diss you, you diss they women like shit is hard. They attack the kid, he attack they bitch like he getting off. Now you Maury Povich searching DNA. You kidding, dog? I know you didn't, dog. You ain't hoe enough to get kids involved in lawsuits. And now all of this drama towards you getting nailed to the cross. You the God, that's karma for you. So what's your new thoughts and new excuse for getting rocked? Let me guess, it was a plot? To me it sounded like a crock. So you negotiated contracts before them disses pop, but you egged them on a lot and begged the other dude to drop it. Now this same nigga claiming that this shit done dropped his stock, but this lame nigga thought that if he won he'd be on top, and this bitch would have more chips when negotiating guap. Degenerate nigga, you just mad you gambled and you lost.
That's what we're all saying. Like, Screwface is doing a great job of speaking the things that so many of us are thinking. So many of us are thinking this unfortunate series of events, this Shakespearean shakedown, all could have been avoided if Drake was just a better person. All the things he's complaining about, he did first. He did first. People keep talking about this update. I guess for most other people, this is an update, that Kendrick signed his contract before he went to battle. Apparently this was a surprise. I was aware of this the entire time. I thought everybody was. And why wouldn't you do that? He didn't have a distribution deal for his music. It makes sense for him to go to Interscope. That's where his catalog is. The most difficult thing to do with big artists is when you move from one major to another major, because you have synergies that aren't there. Your catalog, part of your catalog is in two different places. You don't have a team necessarily have a team that you know and trust who could work you in the marketplace, who's used to working you in the marketplace. They're looking at this as some sort of gotcha moment. Like, what? He was like, yeah, let me get a singles deal. Let's see how you guys do. And then if this works out, then we'll sign on for another deal. Everything is through the production company, PG Lang, and then they have different deals with different labels. That's how the music industry works. But that was a big part of the delay. And I don't think I mentioned it in Drake Deserves the Smoke, but I'm pretty sure I mentioned it a couple of times in the videos after this. So I'm watching all these people think this is some smoking gun. But no, this is Kendrick getting his business in order. And this is what Drake should have done. If Drake was really worried about his contract and being devalued, handle your business before you gamble on yourself, before you take that kind of risk. But Drizzy's a gambling guy. And this is what happens when you gamble. I mean, this is like Michael Jordan. If this is true, like the story that's out there that Jordan gambled on meme stocks, lost big, and lost the Hornets. It was no longer the majority owner of the Hornets. Like, this is over there with that. And it's all self-inflicted.
More chips when negotiating guap, degenerate nigga. You just mad you gambled and you lost. What you even trying to prove? Record labels are shady crazy. They been saying that since the 80s. You fucking baby. Now they name me in some paperwork. Made me smirk cause I'm gravy. Told my mama that we made it. Your baby about to be wavy. Remind you nigga, I watch you for they signed you nigga. That scene from Degrassi prophetic. I remind you nigga, you tried to bully Doc. Then your ass got caught in the trap like Jimmy bullied Rick. Then his ass got shot in the back.
This is crazy. I didn't grow up on Degrassi. I am not a Degrassi person, so I don't know the storylines in Degrassi, right? I know the scene where Jimmy Brooks gets shot in the back. I know that scene from social media, and when Drake showed up is when it really crossed my radar as well. But I didn't know that Jimmy Brooks was out here bullying people. I didn't know that. I didn't know Jimmy Brooks. I thought Jimmy Brooks was like, the victim of gang violence or something. Jimmy Brooks was the bully the whole time? You mean to tell me Jimmy Brooks was bullying that kid and that kid shot him in the back? Or he got shot in the back because he was bullying people? That's crazy. That's a nice parallel. I haven't even seen people make that reference or comparison when it comes to Drake, when it comes to all of this, because we definitely know Drake will use his resources to shut things down. We've got public examples of that. We've got off-record examples of that. We've got now examples that are showing up in legal documents. We have this whole lawsuit as an example. I'm a bully the whole of hip-hop because people don't like me no more.
Tomato.
1 second applause to Screwface for that one. Learn something new every day.
For they signed you, nigga. That scene from Degrassi prophetic. I remind you, nigga, you tried to bully Doc. Then your ass got caught in the trap like Jimmy bullied Rick. Then his ass got shot in the back. Oh, I just made the connection. You should feel so silly. Cause your singles starting to slide like they wheelchair Jimmy. Maybe.
That's a hard line, cause your singles starting to slide like they wheelchair Jimmy. That's nice. That whole thing is nice. 1 second applause.
Not being the top is better. Remember, it was just a wish to have this forever, my nigga.
Don't this sound like something Drake would rap on? This sounds like a Drake type beat. Look at Screwface shot. 1 second applause.
Let me see them. It's the police. Come out with your hands up.
About to have fun with this one. Look, why the fuck you still talking like some demon, nigga? The shortest nigga in the league's fucking lynch you, nigga. I know that you scared he took your spot. I know you feel it, nigga. He handed Grammys while you handing out subpoenas, nigga.
He had the Grammys while you handing out subpoenas. 1 second applause. Too much truth.
Fuck nigga lost his drive, he need a CDL. 50 smell pussy. I'm smelling BBL. Satan was a musician too. Even that.
I like that line a lot too. He lost his drive, he needed a CDL. And the Drake fans in my life have consistently been saying this about particularly the tracks he dropped last year and everything he's dropped this year. So from the Plot Twist to Some Sexy Songs for You to now Which One to What Did I Miss, right? I mean, it just doesn't sound like he has the same passion, right? And I'm not, even if you have a team of writers, it's difficult to do what Drake has done, right? Let's say he's had an entire team of writers the entire time throughout his career, right? That's still 15 years. It's very difficult to dominate any marketplace for that long. I mean, look at Apple, right? Apple was I would argue, more innovative when Steve Jobs was here. Way more innovative. And now they're more of a stock buyback type company. The products they put out, they all look the same. Maybe a few tweaks, features here, maybe they're faster or whatever, but they're not leading the marketplace. That's still over the same amount of time. So even from an organizational standpoint, it's difficult to do what Drake has done. Even with a team of writers, it's difficult to do what Drake has done. But just from the sonics, his sonic choices, the things he's rapping about, and the things he's saying and how he's delivering them, it doesn't sound like he has the same drive. It really doesn't. It sounds like someone who is forced to go out here every day and put out songs and get on stage, and he just doesn't really want to do that anymore. That's what it sounds like. That's a dope line. You need a CDL, because he lost his drive. 1 second applause.
Why you handing out subpoenas, nigga? Fuck nigga lost his drive, he need a CDL. 50 smell pussy. I'm smelling BBL. Satan was a musician too. Even that demon fell. You go low, I'll go lower, and we can meet in hell. Want to be like Tupac or Biggie, you want to be Adele. Dig a grave, scream free to wave. Let's surf and pick a veil. I know Sue mad that you took his name way too literal. Mob tied or cop vibes, man, I can't even tell. Once he said
mob ties or cop vibes, I can't even tell. 1 second applause. Yeah, I can't really tell either, you know.
My name, I knew that boy was a liar. This is not payola, it's fucking murder for hire. And I'm talking lyrically, cause you probably wearing a wire. Honestly, I'm
talking lyrically cause you're probably wearing a wire. That is, honestly, I think it's kind of necessary for Screwface to say stuff like this. I mean, not only looking at the details of this particular lawsuit where they're talking about threats of violence. He said, hey, if he goes to Oakland, it might be his last show. It might be his last stop. We need to, this Not Like Us thing is anti-Semitic. These are all things that are being claimed in various legal documents. But away from that, you got Nicki Minaj out here calling the FBI on Mac Wab. Mac Wab. At FBI, Mac Wab said this about me. What has happened to Young Money? What has happened to these cats? It's not, are they all sipping from Wayne's double cup? Because he's been over there for a minute. I don't know, but that subtle line right there, you're probably wearing a wire. I'm talking lyrically. Like, this is the type of cleanup potentially people are gonna have to do all the time because of what is happening with this rap battle. Okay, now I have to say after every time I say something that I'm saying a metaphor, and this is a metaphor, don't call the cops on me. Hey, I meant that lyrically, please don't sue me or my record label. This is what the problem is with this whole thing. This is why the way Screwface opened this is so real. When a kid is shunned from a village, he'll come back and burn the village down just to feel its warmth. That's why people are saying what Drake is doing. Like that's a very subtle point that Screwface is making right now that is looking a lot bigger and connects on a much more macro, much larger level than just anything that's happening with Drake right now. And I still can't believe Nicki Minaj did that.
Tomato.
Once he said my name, I knew that boy was a liar. This is not payola, it's fucking murder for hire. And I'm talking lyrically, cause you probably wearing a wire. Honestly, I'm flattered you thought them boys were suppliers, cause that means you gotta think that I'm that nigga right now. Like I could tweet or just react and bring a nigga right down. And it's crazy cause you claim to be the biggest right now, yet little old me from the village can take a nigga price down? Lobby fucking strikes again. Champagne cop, snitch god. I guess you not my friend. Said they shouldn't use lyrics.
Champagne cop, snitch god. That's crazy.
Bricks in court when Thug was locking in. Now you using liquor. Oh, I guess it's different when they not your mans. When the machine ain't working for you, you be slipping fast. It's starting to feel like you ain't even real. Them niggas built your asses.
Screw's a trip. He's doing all the Drake dances out here. Spoofing all the Drake dances.
Speaking about Bill, fuck them play dope, build the abs. I'm chasing millies. Why you chasing me? Oh, that's really bad. Wop. Nigga, you got killed by the chick that made WAP.
Got killed by the chick that made WAP. Andy Pandy, I know you love this one. I know you love that line. Got killed by the chick that made WAP. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. 1 second applause.
Iceman need to be deported from the block. Call him Iceman, cause he probably working for the. Hold up, stop. Nigga still pressed, I wonder when it may stop. Nigga mad cause the culture root for K-Dot. Maybe cause he rapping, you niggas make pop. Hold up, yeah, you wish for this forever, but you ain't even know you made a deal with the devil. You wished on a monkey's paw and now your ass in trouble. They gave you about 16 years in a shovel. Dig a hole, this is deeper than some emails and tweets. I need to repeat, pussy, this is about our freedom of speech. You feeble and weak, I don't give a fuck. Officer Drizzy, read them and weep. Pussy lost his fucking need to compete. You female to me, scared tactics. It ain't gonna work, I'll bleed for my speech. You can't censor us, my nigga, this shit is deeper than me. MAGA Drizzy get to looking like Trump whenever we beef.
MAGA Drizzy get to looking like Trump in every beef. Now, I'm seeing this narrative go crazy right now. You guys been watching this channel. You guys been watching this channel, you know, for years. And I've been talking about that. I've been talking about that for over a year now. Since, well, definitely in Shakespeare, not even Shakespeare and Shakedown, but Drake Deserves a Smoke talks about this. The Hell's Angel stuff talks about this. I talk about it again in Shakespeare and Shakedown. And now it's really, that's exactly what it looks like. That's exactly what all of this stuff looks like. You know, it's really wild to see, because these elements are having a massive hold. How about this massive impact in the definitely the rap conversation, but in the hip hop conversation. Let me know what you guys think about all of that, and let me know what you think about Screwface talking about MAGA Drizzy out here.
Female to me, scared tactics. It ain't gonna work, I'll bleed for my speech. You can't censor us, my nigga, this shit is deeper than me. MAGA Drizzy get to looking like Trump whenever we beef. I ain't Stephen Colbert, you can't take me off of TV. Damn, so how the fuck you about to tell me that you not a lame? My face black, pussy, you a blackface, we not the same.
That was the craziest thing about the blackface thing too. I think he was doing it as part of an art project to talk about exploitation of black artists. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what that was. But he put the blackface on though, right? You know, like you can look at what Little Brother did with the cover to the Minstrel Show. And that was their, in my opinion, classic album, an incredible project. I know it's, at least Hunte is very influential on Drake as well. And on the cover of the Minstrel Show, they're making the minstrel faces. But they don't put the paint on because they're already black. They're already black. The blackface is for non-black people. That's what makes that so weird. like there's like, you know, if you want to talk about, you know, this culture conversation, right? If we talk about how Drake seems like, oh, the culture doesn't want me anymore, fine, I'm going to sue the whole thing, right? You start talking about this cultural cachet or him being detached from culture. That's a pretty interesting example in itself. And that's what, I mean, we don't see it till Story of Adidon, but he does this in the 2000s, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 8, 9, 10, 11, somewhere around there. It's a long time ago, correct me if I'm wrong. And like, you want to talk about detached, putting on the blackface as a black man. Like that's culturally, shout out to Clips, that's culturally inappropriate, right? And so every time someone mentions this, it still bugs my mind. It still blows my mind. You know, because he didn't have to do that. He could have made the same facial expressions without putting on the literal blackface. And that happened so long ago. And look how far down the rabbit hole we are now.
ticked off. But he just a vulture that don't rob the game. But pissed off is better than being pissed on. You got it, man. Wop, wop.
That's crazy right there. He's bringing out all the greatest hits. Screwface, he made sure to hit all the greatest hits and add this Degrassi prophecy, which I didn't even know about. 1 second applause.
Wop, wop, nigga, you got killed by the chick that made WAP. Iceman need to be deported from the block. Call him Iceman, cause he probably working for the... Hold up, stop, 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 stop. Nigga still pressed, I wonder when it may stop. Nigga mad cause the culture roof for K died. Maybe cause he rap and you niggas make pop. Hold up.
Shout out to Screwface John. Screwface John is a trip. I like this. Again, I like this a lot. I think it makes sense. He's in, like, he got listed on the cop list. He deserves the right to say something about it. I think he's speaking for so many people. I think he's speaking effectively for so many people. Added that Degrassi thing. I didn't even know that. I didn't even realize that. I'm gonna give this 8.1 second applause. Let me know what you guys think about this. What do you think about Screwface John's Document 79? What do you think about the beats? What do you think about the video itself? I love the Drake spoofs in there. And let me know what you think about all of this in general. You know, we're moving into the fall pretty soon here. The year is going to be wrapping up rapidly. And there's still a lot of great music I'm anticipating this year, and there's a lot of great music that's out now. And so let me know also in this conversation, what else you're looking forward to between now and the end of the year. My name is Justin Hunt. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow at The Company Man on everything, including The Company Man podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping. Systematical culture views us radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, yes, y'all, you don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.